after we did a bunch of stuff around the house, it was probably 8:30. I was like, let's just go ahead and go to the laundromat and just get that all taken care of. So we went, and there was quite a few people in there, no surprise. You know, a lot of people don't have washers and dryers. And so we're in there, and there's people around, and there's some small children in there. And at first, you know, you have that little child that keeps going, Mom, 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 because they're bored and their mom's folding clothes. And you just feel bad for the mom. You're just like, honey, stop yelling at your mom or, you know, whining at her. But you choose to ignore it. You smile at the little girl. You know, just trust me, she doesn't want to be here any more than you do. And then those people leave, and they, you know, probably go home, do their nightly routine, and go to bed. And then I want to say it was probably 9:30ish or so. We're waiting for our last load to dry. And 9:30, 10 o'clock, I don't know, somewhere around there. We're waiting for our last load to dry, and these little kids, they looked like they were probably about twins. The little girl had on a jacket, but no shoes on, and just her diaper. Her diaper was so full, and she's just running around. And at first, it was like she had a little ball and a doll, and it was like, okay. I was more concerned because you're in a laundromat with barely any clothes on than the fact that you're playing, because it's like, you know, she has something to play with, she's entertaining herself, fine. And then her little brother comes around the corner, and he's fully dressed, and it was like, okay, Mom, where's the shoes then? Like, I understand it's wash day, but if he's fully dressed, where are her clothes? But, you know, it was like, okay, at first it was whatever. The thing that concerned me was the mom was on the phone the entire time, and he kept going up to the door and popping the door. And my thought was, okay, he's going to get his fingers jammed in there, or he's going to actually make it outside. And, you know, it's late, and she probably doesn't want to be there any more than we do, and probably doesn't have anybody to watch her kids. And I'm not wanting to judge her. I mean, she's having to do what she has to do as a parent and as a person. I just remember when we left thinking, oh, I would really hate to have little ones at a laundromat. You know, just because how hard would that be to kind of keep them entertained while you're doing laundry? Or if you have to do it, you know, man, how grateful it would be to have somebody be there with me to kind of help wrangle the kids, because, dang, you know, I don't think it helped the situation that she was on the phone the entire time. I don't think that helped the situation. It's like, get off the phone. But at the same time, wow. Then there was this other little girl that probably was about 4 or 5-ish. That was going all the way around. And I don't know where her parent was, because I didn't see her parent pretty much the entire time. I don't even know if I figured out whose kid she was. But this little girl was like opening the doors to the washers and dryers and like looking in there and putting her hands all in it. And then at one point she was like trying to close them. And my worry too there was, what if she pinches her hand in the wash machine? And then she starts climbing up some of the appliances, and it was all I could do not to say something, because I wanted to be like, oh honey, please don't do that, you're gonna fall and hurt yourself. And then a part of me stopped, because I thought, oh, watch this person come out of the woodworks because I got anywhere near her child, or because I corrected her child, and her being like, you have no rights to do that. So, and I was telling my fiance, I said, that's where, you know, we live in this world today where we're all, one, way too fast to sue because you touched their child, or you got anywhere near their child, or they'll accuse you of touching their child or abusing their child. And but if that little girl would have fell too, you know, And I was saying, I said, if she would have fell and hurt herself, I don't know if he's the owner or the manager, I always see him there, but I said, if she would have said she was going to sue, I would have said. I didn't see the parent there supervising the child. Like, I was more supervising the child. My fiance was more supervising the child than she was, because I couldn't even figure out whose child she was, because she's all over this laundromat. We don't live in the 1950s where everybody's kind of helping you raise your child and knows your child when you go to the laundromat. Like, we live in towns where there's hundreds of thousands of people. And some towns there might be 5,000 people, but they don't know you. We don't live in these small towns anymore. Some towns, there's 1 million people in one town. It's like they don't know your kid. They can't be like, Miss Jones, your child was acting up, or, Bobby, what would your mama say about this? They don't know your child like that. Like, the odds of your child coming across somebody that knows them are very slim. So, I don't know, it was a really weird situation. I'm glad she didn't fall and hurt herself, because she is so young, and if she just slipped and hit her head, wow. But it does make me think, and I don't know, maybe make somebody else think, like, what would you do? Would it have been better to say something to her to help her get down? Or, what would you have done? Like, if somebody would have sued you and then you'd have gone to court and said, spent all this money to defend yourself and said, oh, well, next time I wouldn't have done that because I would have been sued. Or would you have done it again just because you wanted to protect that child? Because what if that child would have fell? I don't know. It's like, it raises a great question. Like, what would you do in that situation? I don't know. It was crazy. I just think, oh my goodness. Like, you already have to watch kids all the time. And then to see, like, these kids are wandering all around. And no, we're not in a huge area. But if one of that little boy would have gotten out of the building and, would have gotten into the street. It's dark outside. Somebody might not have seen him. He was little big. Or the little girl would have slipped off the appliance and hit her head. Wow, that could have been bad. It's scary. It makes you think, what if something really bad would have happened and, what would we have done then? And it's a scary thing to think about. So, I don't know. It makes me wonder, what would you do in that situation? Because I don't even know what I didn't do anything. I was just like, wow, this could end so badly. So, anyway, that's just kind of basically how my night went. Got home and just folded clothes, finished cleaning the bathroom and the kitchen. Just not anything really fun. Just normal mom, family, adult stuff. And so now today is gonna be off to the races, work. The kids are coming, dinner, and I think just a relaxing night tonight. And then plans for Saturday got canceled, so I'll have to think of something else, but I'll figure that out. Anyway, bye guys.